Hi everyone, welcome back to Hometime with Robbie and Susie. I'm so excited to have you here with me today. And guess what? We are looking at something that's a bit cold today. Do you know what it might be? You might need to wear a beanie and a scarf, and it might be something really cold that you can hold in your hands. We're going to look at snow today. Let's go have a look.
Hi, I'm Robbie. Hi, I'm Susie.
Hi, I'm Miss Carly, the teacher. It's time for
Hometime
with Robbie and Susie.
I have hands.
I have hands.
Watch me clap.
Watch me clap.
Oh, what a miracle am I. I have feet.
I have feet.
Watch me stand.
Watch me stand.
Oh, what a miracle am I. Oh, what a miracle. Oh, what a miracle. Every little part of me. I'm something special, so very special. There's nobody quite like me. I have arms.
I have arms.
Watch me swing.
Watch me swing.
Oh, what a miracle am I have legs.
I have legs.
They can bend and stretch.
They can bend and stretch.
Oh, what a miracle am I. Oh, what a miracle. Oh, what a miracle. Every little part of me. I'm something special, so very special. There's nobody quite like me. I have a spine.
I have a spine.
It can twist and bend.
It can twist and bend.
Oh, what a miracle am I have a 1 foot.
I have a 1 foot.
Watch me balance.
Watch me balance.
Oh, what a miracle am I. Oh, what a miracle. Oh, what a miracle. Every little part of me. I'm something special, so very special. There's nobody quite like me. There's nobody quite like me.
I'm so excited to continue to explore Antarctica with you today, and we are looking at all things snow. And did you know in the winter time in Antarctica it is very cold and dark, and there is lots of snow around, and snow is just like our water that's frozen into ice particles, and the water will all freeze over. There can be things like icebergs where it's big mountains, but there is lots of snow that we might be able to catch, or we might be able to roll it all together, and we might make snowballs. If you roll snow together for a long time and it gets bigger and bigger, I think we could make something in the snow. We could make a snowman. Have you ever made a snowman before? I've tried to make a snowman before. My hands got very cold. I have a song about a snowman. Maybe you'd like to sing it with me. I'm a little snowman, look at me. Here are my buttons, 1, 2, 3. Here are my eyes and here's my nose. I wear a hat and a scarf. Oh, it's cold. Did you like that song? Maybe you might like to sing with me. You could pretend you have some buttons on your shirt too. Are you ready? I'm a little snowman, look at me. Here are my buttons, 1, 2, 3. Here are my eyes and here's my nose. I wear a hat and a scarf. Bro, it's cold. I think it gets very cold at the snow. Do you maybe wear a beanie and a scarf when you go to the snow? Or maybe when you make a snowman, you might use a long carrot for a nose. But do you know what? We're going to continue to look at the snow today, and I think we might look at some animals that live in the snow. Let's go have a look.
Thank you, Stacey, for that beautiful song about a snowman. I have made a snowman before, but I need to remember to wear my gloves to keep my fingers very warm because they get cold. Even you can put them on your cheeks and warm them up. Today, I have a story all about animals that live in the snow. Let's see how they keep warm. It's called Where Snowflakes Fall. This could be Antarctica or even Canada or other places where snowflakes fall. Do you know that snowflakes even fall in Australia? Let's see which animals live in the snow. Where snowflakes fall. 1, 2, 3 beautiful baby penguins huddling up together to keep warm, and look at all their fur. The glittering ice world wakes up to the sun in this fragile white land. A new day's begun. Snow leopards make the pink blush of dawn. Still drowsy from sleep, they're cozy and warm. Look, there's a snow leopard mum and her 2 cubs, and they're keeping warm by huddling together. And look at their fluffy, fluffy coats. The mum is even giving this one a bath. Perched on the cliffs where it's craggy and steep, hungry for breakfast, the puffin chicks peep. Far, far below, where the sea meets the shore, foamy white waves crush the rocks with a roar. Here's the puffin mum with some fish in her beak, and here are the fluffy chicks keeping warm out of the water, icy cold water on the cliff. They're all having their breakfast. Deep from their den, polar bears tumble out. On wobbly paws, they slither about. Full of excitement, they run and they chase in the most precious and beautiful place. So to keep warm, they dig a big hole and they sleep under the snow. So at night time when it snows on top, they're nice and warm, all huddled up together. What a great way to keep warm. The polar bears don't live in Antarctica. They actually live in the North Pole, even parts of Canada. Baby whales glide through the crystal blue sea. In the calm waters, he's happy and free. Close to his mother's side, diving together, deep in the ocean that stretches forever. In the Antarctic, it's all surrounded by ocean. There's so many places they can go, and even though it's so cold, the orca whales have blubber that keep them nice and warm. So they go to very cold waters so that they can eat yummy, yummy food that's there. Icicles glisten and glitter in the light, silent, magnificent towers of white. Drawn from the cave by the first rays of sun, lively young lemmings dart out to have fun. Wow, look at these beautiful icicles. There's no snow falling here, but there's beautiful icicles melting and refreezing from the water. Drip, drip, drip. They make these beautiful icicles that look beautiful in the sun. And the lemmings come out of their cave where they've been all winter long, keeping nice and warm. And they're coming out to go find some food because the snow's melting. They might even find some grass to eat. Oh, here's some of that grass. Blue shadows, snowfields lie still and serene. here where the air is so pure and so clean. Sheltered by mountains, the Kabaroo deer rests by the stream flowing icy and clear. So the ice is melting, the snow is melting, and the water is coming through, and they're all having a yummy, yummy drink. And look, the bubba is down here with his mum, keeping nice and warm on the snow with his beautiful long winter coat. Off to explore, the small Arctic fox peeps from his lair in the snow-sparkled rocks. Eyes full of wonder, he can't wait to go, nimble and light as the soft swirling snow. This beautiful fox has been inside his den, which is a cave, all winter long too. And now he's just going out with a little bit of snow. His mum or dad is white, so that when they're hunting in the snow, they can't be seen. But the baby's brown because that's the colour they will all be. And he comes out when it's springtime. And so he blends in with the rocks. But the mum or dad, they go hunting all winter long, finding food, bringing it back to the den. Wing-tipped with sunshine, the snow geese glide by. They gracefully soar through the endless blue sky, calling each other as onward they go over the silent land far, far below. These amazing snow geese are flying over the top of the snowy lands. They're going to somewhere where it's warmer. Frosty winds blow, little penguins stay snug, all safe and sound in the feathers' soft hug. Wrapped in his mother's wings, sheltered and still, warm through the blizzard and harsh, bitter chills. There are so many penguins that live in Antarctica, and there's beautiful big blizzards that blow and blow and blow snow. And so what they do is they huddle all together like this, all the babies in the middle, and the mums and dads around the outside, protecting the babies to keep them the warmest. The one in the middle is the warmest and the coziest of all. Soft shadows fall as the sun slips away. Snowy white clouds turn to purple and grey. Arctic hares hop home all tired and dozy. Soon they'll be sleeping and cuddled up cozy. So in the day, our Arctic hares have been hopping around in the snow, but tonight they'll go back to their den and huddle up together to keep warm. The northern lights shimmer and dance upon on high. Mystical snow owl swoops through the sky. Over the magical ice world he flies, and only the moon hears his soft, haunting cries. So this is in Antarctica. Antarctica's at the bottom. This is in the North Pole, where we see the lights, the northern lights. And they're beautiful lights in the sky, but it's very, very cold there, which makes beautiful clear sky so you can see them. It would be amazing to see. I have never seen them. Look at the baby sea lion, all fluffy. Little sea lion lies in his mother's warm cuddle. In the cold stillness, together they huddle. The frosty lands sparkle with softer starlight. Sleep, precious ice world, sleep safely this night. All the stars are out and all the snow animals are going to sleep. And this beautiful seal is tucked up with mum. Do you know why he's white? That's so he can hide in the snow. And the mum goes swimming in the ocean to find the sea lion's dinner. They're all tucked up, ready to go to sleep. So we're saying good night. I have a song about a snowflake. Have you seen a snowflake before? I have one special snowflake here to help me sing my song. But did you know that every snowflake is individual? Not one of them is the same. We're going to make some soon, and each one of yours will be so different. But right now we're going to sing a song. Would you like to sing it with me? When we're at the snow and it falls on us, they like to land on my nose and my eyelids because they're nice and pointy out. And this song is about a snowflake landing on my nose. Are you ready to sing with me? There's a snowflake on my nose, on my nose. There's a snowflake on my nose, on my nose. I caught this little flake, now I give it a shake. There's a snowflake on my nose, on my nose. I wonder where else a snowflake could land. Maybe our shoulders? There's a snowflake on my shoulder, on my shoulder. There's a snowflake on my shoulder, on my shoulder. I caught this little flake, now I give it a shake. There's a snowflake on my shoulder, on my shoulder. When I'm snowboarding, my hands are out high, so the snowflakes land on my hand. Are you ready? There's a snowflake on my hand, on my hand. There's a snowflake on my hand, on my hand. I caught a little flake, now I give it a shake. There's a snowflake on my hand, on my hand. Now, Stacey and I are going to make some amazing snowflakes out of paper. Would you like to come and help us?
Thanks so much, Anna. I'm so excited to look at snowflakes with you today. And you are right, I have a snowflake here, just like your one. And every snowflake is different and individual because you will never find a piece of frozen ice that will look the same.
Yeah.
And I thought that we could make some snowflakes today. And
So excited.
It is very exciting. And do you know what I love? You can have a lot of fun with this and make them however you like. And look, I made one here already, and you can make lots of different patterns, but I'm going to show you how. But first, what you'll need is you will need a pair of scissors. So you might need an adult to help you because you've got to be very careful because they can be very sharp. And you'll need a white piece of paper. So I've cut mine into a square because it makes it a lot easier to work, but it's a bit tricky. We've got to do some folding first. So,
How do we cut it into a square, Stacey?
oh, well, do you know what I did? On my A4 piece of paper, I got one corner and I pulled it all the way up. So it was all the way along my edge. And then there was a little bit of a rectangle here. And I went snip, 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 snip. And when I cut it off, it made a perfect square. Maybe you can get your adult or somebody a bit older to help you with that at home too. But what we're going to do is we're going to start with our square, and I'm going to do one first, and then maybe you'd like to try and make your own. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold my point all the way up and press it down, 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 down. So I get a triangle, and I've got my little opening just down the bottom. And then I'm going to fold it in half again so that I can find, oh, there we go, the middle. Can you see that line down there? The middle of my triangle. Now this bit's a little bit tricky because to make our snowflake, I'll see if I can do it. We've got to fold one edge across. So we'll get a little triangle up the top, and we're going to fold our other side over. So we kind of make, it's a bit tricky, it starts to make a little bit like a diamond. So I'm going to get my scissors and I'm just going to trim this edge off, and then I'm going to fold it in half just one more time. Oh, it gets very thick the more you fold your paper. And you'll start to see I have another triangle. And then what you'll find is down your edges, you're going to have folds, and we can cut patterns out of them. So you might like to cut some stripes or some triangles or maybe some curvy lines, and you see a pattern that comes out. But you have to be very careful because the paper is thick and our scissors are sharp. So I'm going to go, I might do Oh, snip. I might do a small triangle. Can you see how it's taken a little bit out of my paper? I might do a triangle on the other side too. Snip.
So while you do that, Stacey, can I have a try?
You can. It's very tricky to fold the paper.
It is. I fold the paper a little bit differently. We fold it in half, like Stacey did. And fold it in half again. And then we unfold it. What we need to do is take this one down to this line here. And do the same with the other one. Then, if you take the diamond and you fold it inside itself, so that you've got the fold here. So you've got these folds here, and then it kind of opens up like that into each other. And then I'm going to start cutting, just like Stacey.
And do you know what I love about snowflakes? Is that there is no real wrong or right, because you could fold them in all different ways. You can cut them in all different ways, as long as you make sure that you leave paper in the middle, and when you open it, you'll get something very interesting. Oh, so I think I've cut all mine out. So while Anna's cutting hers, let's unfold it. So when you've cut it, you've got to be very careful as you start to unfold your snowflake, because you don't want little bits to get stuck to each other and come apart. So let me see. Be very gentle. Oh wow, look at this one.
Wow, Stacey, what a great job you did.
Wow, so this one's a little bit different. I put lots of triangles in mine so that it made lots of diamonds and things. Can you see how the pattern's a little bit different? I did triangles. I think triangles are my favorite shape, but you might like to do some other shapes as well, so you can get lots of unique individual patterns. Oh, push that down. How did you go with yours, Anna?
Well, now that I have cut mine, I made a half a love heart, which made love hearts.
Oh, wow.
And here is my snowflake.
Wow. And look how different they are. See? My snowflake is a little bit more of a rounder shape. And Anna's, yours looks a little bit like a diamond.
Yes. And I made sure that the hole was in the middle by cutting the tip off. When I cut this bit off the bottom, it made a big hole right through the middle.
Wow, I like that one. And I love the love hearts. Beautiful. And what could we do with our snowflakes?
It's a great question. We could put them on our windows.
We could. You could even, maybe you could paint them or draw them if you'd like to make them a little bit colourful. But you could also maybe tie some together and have snowflakes floating down as if they're falling down, and maybe landing on your nose.
That's right. Thank you so much for joining us today. We loved learning about snowflakes with you. We can't wait to see you next time.
Bye.